What's up, guys? Welcome back to the shop. In today's video we'll be trying out a stainless steel Sanmai. So what we have here is some stainless steel 410S. This is my first time using this, but it's a non-hardening stainless, so it's basically a mild stainless. Supposedly it's really good for making the stainless Sanmais, and I have an ADC RV2 core. And I've never actually been able to get a stainless Sanmai made. I've tried multiple times before with varying degrees of failure. So this time I decided to put a piece of nickel silver to shim in between, hoping that would work to, bind it together. I've seen it done before. I've seen other knife makers do them with the shim. So I'm not sure if it's easier or if it's harder. So this is going to be a first for me. But to be honest, it doesn't really work out the way I had planned it, and here it starts delaminating immediately and the top part just falls right off. So I end up taking that part off and hoping to save the billet, and maybe I can do a single beveled knife. So I continue with my hydraulic press. Now in hindsight, I think I have the reason why I don't have success on this and why they always tend out to be delaminating, but I'll go over that later in the video. Right here I just keep pressing it in hopes to be able to stick it back together, and I start hand hammering it, and I use a little bit of flux to try to get it to weld back together. I don't think flux works in this case, but it was worth a try. And I just hammer it back together and cross my fingers, but as you can see, it's still pretty delaminated. Alright guys, so here's my billet, and I think it's safe to say that this is a massive failure. And I don't know why. I've attempted to do stainless Sanmai multiple times, and I've never had a solid billet. I've done it maybe 3-4 times throughout my career, I guess you would call it, as a knife maker, and I haven't really had a success. I had one that did weld up correctly, but let's say if this is the entire billet, maybe this much of it welded up, which is basically what I got right here. But I'm pretty sure if I pull on this hard enough with a wedge or something, this is gonna pop off. So what I did differently this time versus other times, and just for reference, here's the other piece, the piece that fell off at the beginning of the video on the very first press. But what I tried differently on this one versus other ones I've done is that I put a nickel silver shim in here, and I was hoping that the shim would hold it together. That way it didn't have to be bonded between the stainless and the high carbon, because I know they don't like to bond. So it's very difficult, and you have to get it to really high temperatures to be able to get a proper weld. So I decided to introduce that shim, and that shim is made out of this material right here, which I've done before. I've used this material without having any issues, just not on an actual stainless piece like I tried here. But for example, this knife that I made probably 2 years ago, this actually has a nickel silver shim, and you can see that it creates that very clear fine line. And I was hoping to get that button here, and then I was hoping for my top cap, which is this guy. This one's a mild steel. I was hoping to be able to do it in stainless, and it didn't quite work out, and I'm not sure why. So if you have any experience with this and you can do it and I can't, be sure to let me know in the comments down below, any thoughts and ideas on why it's probably not sticking or why it's not working. I really appreciate that. And for any of you guys that are new and you're worried about messing things up, because we mess things up a lot. I've messed up this setup, a stainless Sanmai. I've messed it up multiple times before, and I still don't got it down, and I've been doing this for quite a few years already. And for example, this right here is a billet that I tried to do with copper. This actually has a 100 layer Damascus core in it, and I was doing that with copper, or maybe the Damascus is on the outside. I don't even remember. I think the Damascus is on the outside with a high carbon steel core. And I completely overheated the brass on the inside, and I completely ruined this piece. I never had a successful brass before. I've done plenty of copper, but I've never been successful with brass. And this isn't my first billet. This is probably my third billet doing brass before. I actually have a brass failure from a different time as well. And that just goes to show you that there's going to be a lot of mistakes while making this. So, you know, don't go in thinking that your first knife is going to be the best, or whatever you try first off and whatever is going to work out. And don't be discouraged, because that's just part of learning and that's part of growing. So, yep, these aren't my first and they won't be my last failures. And that's part of the game. As well, I'm working on getting down the whole ball bearing and copper technique down as well. This knife I've been having a lot of issues with, and hopefully I have a video out on it soon. But even with this, it's a lot of learning, and you'll see in that video what my issues were with this. And I don't even know if I'll be able to get a full knife out of this, but eventually I will, and hopefully that works out as well. But yeah, guys, that's just life. It's part of the growing and learning experience, and it's part of messing things up. And eventually I'm gonna have it down and it's gonna come out nicely. I'm actually hoping to break this open. That's why I didn't work it anymore. Just undo the welds, break it open, and put a new piece of brass in there and retry it. And I probably will eventually. I have the footage of doing this and messing up. And one funny thing about when I did this billet is I actually squeezed so much out that it actually hit my shirt and burned a hole in my shirt. Fortunately, it didn't go past that. But yeah, I burnt a hole in my shirt. That's how liquefied it was on the inside. And for this guy, I'm starting to think that possibly it's not just that I can't seem to get it right or down. I'm starting to think that if I do it by hand instead of doing the hydraulic press, I might be able to get it down. Theory I had just a few minutes ago is that maybe since the hydraulic press is such a heat sink, that even if I haven't tried heating it up the press ahead of time, which I probably should, put just a hot piece of steel and clamp it on there so it absorbs that heat. But I'm thinking that it's absorbing the heat from the outside too fast, and since it's relatively thin billet to start with, that's pulling out too much heat and causing it not to be hot enough to be able to actually forge weld. So I'm thinking that that's what's happening. It's pulling out the heat too fast and not letting it forge weld. So maybe if I do it by hand, I could be able to get it. I don't know. I won't know until I try again, or until I have more steel, because I don't have any steel right now, any stainless to be able to use on that. And quite frankly, I'm also running low on high carbon, so I definitely need to do an order soon. But that's just part of the learning experience. As always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I greatly appreciate y'all, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.